It's Monday morning, middle of October. I got up here yesterday. Interesting story, actually. Drove up on Saturday night, left late, about 7 o'clock, I think, from the house, and got up to the Key River Bridge, well north of Britt, only to find that Highway 69 was closed. Kind of pulled over, and there was a couple of miles of trucks pulled off to the side, and some of them were running and some of them weren't, and there was nobody around, no cops, no anything. A guy eventually pulled in behind me, Jerry I think his name was, and we talked a little bit, and then I ended up walking out probably a couple of kilometers up to the bridge, only to find that it was certainly closed, and as it turns out there'd been a pretty horrible accident there. Somebody died. Transport, I've heard a couple of transports and 3 cars involved. Anyway, made the decision then, listened to the radio, made the decision then that this wasn't going to happen. So I drove back to Perry Sound. It was midnight then. I drove back to Perry Sound and grabbed another coffee and headed over on Highway 124 over to South River, and up to North Bay, and then shot across 17 and got into Sudbury at about 5:15, 5:30, something like that. Pulled into Tim Hortons, put the radio on real low, and fell asleep for a couple hours. Woke up at 8 o'clock, and only to find I drained the battery down, because when I have the accessory position on, I guess, the running lights are on. So I called CAA and had a nice conversation with the guy, and eventually headed out of there about, I guess about 10 o'clock. Anyway, it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day today, and a good day for some work. So the job this trip is to clad the outhouse and the shower with some beautiful cedar that has been donated by Bob. After 16 years, it's finally time, I think, to finish this thing. I'd thought about painting it, and then Bob had all this excess cedar from building his bunkie in the back, and it's beautiful stuff right off the island. And this is the before shot of the infamous shower. And I brought with me a hammer that was Dad's. It was one he had at the house, and so Dad will be with me on this little project. I drove back into the inn last evening about 7:30 or so, 8 o'clock, and picked up 13 of these beauties. I've really been given this beautiful day here. No rain, a little bit of cloud, bit of diffuse sun, 10 degrees, maybe 8 degrees, perfect working weather. Again, I don't have much of a plan. I'm going to make it up as I go along. Making a little bit of progress here. This little saw is pretty good. It doesn't, charge doesn't last very long, but makes a good straight cut. So this is now day 2. Yesterday, late afternoon, went over to the inn and used some of Bob's saws and made short work out of this stuff here. Just had quite a rain shower, so this is the shower, wet. And I'm not quite finished with the outhouse, but this is as far as I got. I still got a bit of trim to do. Really nice cedar, thanks to Bob. And now, of course, I'm bringing in the winter wood. I think we have to add another line on the weather predictor, and that's if the stone is smashed up, a cow stepped on it. At least that's the story. Well, it was great driving up here in the new car.